不是偶然的，成功是要付出很大很大的努力。而各位，今天你们有机会了，请给 VV 一个机会，给你健康，给你一个舞台，给你要的荣耀，让我们可以通过这个平台，让你变成一个更有价值的人。
Kita nak percaya, kita nak lihat company itu sudah kasih berapa leader sukses。
仔细的看看这一家公司，仔细的看看这一群伙伴，仔细的看看这间公司的文化。
选择你，因为看到你不一样的人生。
我也是一个平凡人啊，今天我已经改变我自己了。
如果你愿意跟的话，我相信你都能够过好日子，同样你都能够创高峰。
作则，奉献自己，成就他人，把你每一天的自己都变得比昨天更正确。
Tantangan terbesar diri Anda masing-masing. Jika Anda melalui tantangan ini dan melawan tantangan ini, Anda akan jadi pemenang selanjutnya.
VV其实才刚开始而已，希望大家来到这边，共同努力，创造一个属于自己想要的未来。
VV 这家公司何尝不是一座青山？我很感恩的是，今天在这座山拥有这么多了不起的领导人，很多人都一直在贡献在这座山里面。VV 这座山也非常的坚持，一直相信，一直坚持。他想要贡献回组织的那颗心，我觉得这个是一个时机，让你在这个时候去突破某一些在绑住你的东西，害怕、恐惧感、懒散、懒惰、惰性，可能就是这个时候把它全部破坏掉。只要你这个念头想要在 VV 成功的话，只要你开口，甚至整个公司的所有人都想帮你，因为我们都是 VV 人。真正的 VV 还没有开始。可能在等你，可能真的是在等你。
A very good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for making effort to come into tonight's, I would believe to be a very wonderful meeting tonight, a training tonight. Now I am Team Supreme Pegasus II, One Ring, Raymond Thong. I believe I may be new to some of you. Am I? I'd like to acknowledge the presence of all the Team Supreme, Team Elite Pegasus, and all the Team Elites, and all the leaders that have come in tonight. Okay, just a little bit of briefing about the trainings that we have been conducting. Now, over the years, Rive International has shown that its amazing platform has indeed transformed a lot of people from ordinary people into an extraordinary leaders that we have today. As a matter of fact, over the last 1 year or so, we have seldom talked about the need for us to convince people about the product efficacy. Now, it is already time that we need to move on from the product presentation alone to more of talking about an international platform where Rive today is moving towards globalization. Okay, I still remember when these 4 topics were done during the LTS in Sanya. That was back, I believe, is August 1, 2018, and some of us were there. Okay, it was actually conducted by the core management, the 4 senior management of Rive, that is Dr. Lim Boon Hong himself, Claudia Ong, Senior Director of Marketing, Dato Kenny Wong, Senior Director of Development, and then Ms. IVC, Senior Director of Operations. And these 4 is the reason why Rive is so huge today. Okay, now at the point of time when these 4 topics was delivered, it was actually delivered with the audience who are Diamond 3-star and above. So if you are a Diamond 3-star and above, that is to say that you already have an organization or a network under you. Okay, so today we are privileged that we are able to bring these topics, okay, all the way to all the active distributors and leaders who would like to excel under the Rive platform. Okay, so last week, for those of you who attended, Team Elite Pegasus Jeddah Lyn Monte did an amazing job in showing us what market fundamental rules are about. And the summation of that topic is that Ms. Jeddah Lyn Monte did point out very, very vividly that at the end of the day, market fundamental rules depend on us. All right, there is no specific rule in the market. All right, now today we are talking about Rive challenging to be world #1 in a matter of 3 years. And for that reason, we are moving our team towards a better understanding what the market should be, how we should be, how we should improve ourselves, how we can change our attitude and character, okay, towards achieving this particular goal. All right, there are 168 strong of us in this room tonight. I would believe each and every one of you have your own dedicated reason for joining Rive. Some of you joined or started Rive because of health reasons. Some of you saw the potential in the business. Some of you joined because you trusted your friends. But whatsoever the reasons are, today we need to seriously take a look as to what are the things that we need to look on so that we can apply this strategically into our team's daily activities in order to achieve the goals that we set for ourselves, the goals that we set for our team, and the goals that we intend to assist Rive Philippines to be number one in Rive International. At this present moment, apart from Rive Philippines, we have Rive Taiwan, Japan, Myanmar, Malaysia, Singapore, and many other countries, all right, fighting vigorously on a daily basis, working together as one unit to ensure that they are carving a big market share. Today, we are no more talking about just a small place like Digos, a small place like Jensan, a small place like Cotabato, but instead, we are talking about how we can conquer a country. But as it is, in order for you and I to be able to take on a country, there must be certain methods, there must be certain ways, there must be certain culture that we need to adopt in order to fulfill the requirements of acquiring a market we call our own. I still remember more than about 5 years ago when I started in the Philippines, it was not easy. It was not easy because when we started a new market, a lot of things was based on trust. And I still remember Team Supreme Pegasus I, wondering Rex Bugcalao, when I started together with him, we didn't have the privilege of office support. We didn't have the privilege of stocks in the Philippines. We didn't have the privilege of coming close to the company because there was nobody there. All right, it was only Raymond Thong, who was just a Diamond 2-star. Right, but we went through the process. We learned the trade. We learned how to overcome each and every single obstacle that came along the way. For me, as a foreigner, when I went there, a lot of times I am very dependent on Rex and Gina, the wife of Rex, who continually guide me towards the culture of the Philippines. All right, and I'm so grateful. Of course, apart from the both of them, we have other leaders who started with us initially, and they have becoming big today. And then, of course, when I moved to Manila, I have the privilege to work together with Jeddah Lyn Monte, and along the way, I worked together with Faith and Carosa, who is Rive Philippines #1 right now, together with the mother, Elizabeth Montero, an amazing dynamic lady. And you know, we cross paths with so many people. We learn. And back more than 5 years ago, we were already talking about going into Europe, going into America. All right. So 5 years ago, it was a distance. It was a distance to be talking about another place, another country. But today, it is no more a distance. It is happening. It is happening. Because if you ask me and Rex today, if you ask Jeddah Lyn Monte, and you ask many other Pegasus that is in this room, where is their group? Some will tell you it is in Australia, in New Zealand, some are in Africa, some are, some of the places I don't even heard of the place before, but we are there. All right. So the product has traveled. The product has traveled, and so did the business travel. And a lot of people are excited. But the question is, are you ready? The question is, are you ready? And for that reason, these 4 consecutive Mondays, the 4 Pegasus would attempt to provide you all a guideline as to what are the things, what are the areas that you really need to look into. And for that reason, we started with market fundamental rules. And tonight, I'm pretty sure you would be amazed with the sharing of tonight, because tonight's sharing is the most fundamental need in the networking industry. But however, and sad to say, a lot of leaders has crossed the line, and for that reason, it has actually slowed down their progress on this wonderful platform. So it is really with my hope that today you will lend me your ears. I understand for some of you leaders, this is not your first meeting, Zoom meeting tonight. This could possibly be your third or your fourth meeting tonight. All right. So I would just hope that you can just still give us another 8 hours. Is that okay? Only 8 hours. Oh, we see Mr. Miguel is giving me a thumbs up. You know, I was observing Mr. Miguel. You see, you look at the table, there is a notebook on the table. He does a lot of recording of information that is relevant for his growth in Rive. I really have to salute and really have to give him a big hand for that. All right. And of course, I'm also, every time when we have a Zoom meeting, I would like to see the gallery view. I would take and observe and all that. And I'm really thankful that my downline in Puerto Princesa, like Bernadette Tejada, she has never missed a single meeting, and I'm pretty sure she would be successful in Rive very, very soon. All right, so really have to give her a big hand. Okay. And then, of course, recently we have a new addition of a downline who is working very hard towards achieving her goals. That is, prior to this, apart from Romelyn having a problem trying to log in and all that, there's another lady by the name of Badev under Jeddah Lyn, who is really, really working very hard. She just joined not too long ago. She has been holding and doing product presentation on herself on Zoom, and that's pretty amazing. Really have to give these new people a really big round of applause. All right. So today, apart from the Philippines, we are also joined by some leaders from Rive, Malaysia. I acknowledge some leaders who is actually from my hometown of Ipoh, Perak. All right, who is with us tonight. We also have leaders from Singapore attending. We also have leaders from some other parts of the country who is with us, ready to learn the trade and to apply the strategies correctly, because they do not want to be left behind when Rive eventually becomes world #1. Okay, so are you excited? If you're excited, can you please type 9? Wow. Karen, Team Elite Power Planner is showing me the finger 999. It's faster this way, no need to type. Another amazing leader that we have. All right. So are you ready to rock and roll? Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, when I was choosing the speakers for relevant topics, it was never easy, because all the speakers are just so good. They have set the standards so high over the last 18 months, ever since we started our own Zoom meetings and all that. All right. But however, I really have to borrow their strength on certain areas, okay, where I believe if I pass it to them, they will do an amazing job of delivering based on their experience, based on their journey in Rive, and based on what is right and what not to do if it's wrong. All right. And we need somebody who has this kind of integrity, all right, to be able to tell, to have this courage to tell what is right and what is wrong. All right. And I still remember when I started her on the Pegasus run, it was not an easy task because it was the pandemic. All right. She didn't have, although she's from Davao City, she didn't have a team in Davao City. She said that she cannot fly to Iloilo, she cannot fly to Bacolod. How is she going to fight? I said, if you don't have, it's easy. Just build one. correct? Correct. If you don't have, it's easy. You just have to do it one. And along the way, all right, new people start to come in. All right, why I would believe that she was able to impart in the people that joined her the relevant information provided and the future that Riwei can provide, and she was able to portray that. So it was during the process of that 3 months, she was having meetings after meetings after meeting, and amazingly, until today, she has never missed a single Zoom meeting. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? All right, rain or shine, sick or no sick, even the daughter is in the hospital, she will attend and she will fulfill her obligations each time. All right. So, and I'm so glad that she's not my competitor. She's part of my team. All right. In fact, I'm so blessed that most of you are not my competitor, and I have the privilege of working with all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, without further ado, let's put our hands together and please welcome the speaker of the night, Team Elite Pegasus, Miss Romelyn Latonio.
Wow. Like if you have been noticing, it is always like wow in the beginning of every statement when we come up in Zoom. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is humid but it is raining right here in my city. Actually, the rain just stopped, and now I was just worried earlier because the rain poured out so heavily that it might be difficult for you to hear me. So can I ask, can you please type 1 in the chat box if you can hear me clearly? Thank you so much. Thank you for those ones that I'm seeing on my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any people new in this Zoom tonight? Wait, I think I'm hearing an echo. Is someone in my family listening? Wait, okay. So can you hear that echo also? Let me check.
Rom, how many units are you logged in?
Just one.
Just one.
I'm wondering if one of my children are listening.
Right.
Let me go and check.
Do you need to just check on them before you start? All right. Just give us a minute, leaders and guests. All right. She should be back in a minute. Done?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, great.
Okay. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, thank you so much for the 225 strong people that are here in this chat room, in this Zoom room tonight. Today is not an easy day. Like I wanted to, if I can only say I am tired, I will. If I can only say. But I think I have no right to say so because our Team Supreme Pegasus II with 1 ring is still with us tonight. Please give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it is always beautiful that you will find someone who's stronger than you and you will borrow strength from that person. And that is the role of Team Supreme Pegasus II with 1 ring in all of our lives here in the Zoom room. He is an inspiration. How can we ever say we are tired when he is not? How can we ever say we're sleepy when he is not? How can we ever say we cannot do it when he has done it? Considering Well, as he has been saying, he is only 57 year young. So long way to go, Raymond. Long way to go for the partnership. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I am tasked tonight of one thing that I know that, Raymond Thong believe I can deliver very clearly. And I am carrying that weight, and I have been sleepless. I have spent sleepless nights in how I can give justice to that trust and faith and confidence that he has given me. So let's get the ball rolling. Are you ready to rock and roll, as he has been saying? Rock and roll tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, for the people who has not heard me or first time to see me on Zoom, I am Romelyn Latonio. I am your Team Elite Pegasus from Davao City, and of course from the Philippines. And I understand we have visitors right here that are not from the Philippines. So we have from Malaysia, Singapore, and we have from the US. And I am so flattered seeing Dr. Villar here, because I think he has been awake the whole time, considering the time difference. Thank you so much, Doc, for being here. And we salute you for your diligence and for your eagerness to learn the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by sharing my screen. Can you see my screen now? Okay. So to conduct an effective meeting, coming to Reway, we are always asking, or the majority of us has been asking this. Why is it that when I join Reway, I am enticed? Let me close my door. I'm so sorry for some nuisance. When we come to Reway, we have been asking ourselves this question: why do we need to attend so many activities? Honestly, this is my third major Zoom, other than communicating with my downlines in between, and other than also doing my encoding. Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a lot of activities simultaneously. And why are we doing that? Why is it that when we join Reway, we need to attend to all of this? Why? Have you been asking? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, as you will agree with me, that our journey from ordinary to becoming an extraordinary person begins in learning. Will you agree with me? Okay? For some of us here, just like me, once upon a time, I was an ordinary office staff, a rank and file. And when I do my job, fulfill my duties, and do better each time, I am becoming expert in my paperworks. Probably a doctor that are here, before he even became extraordinary in his field of expertise, he started with being a student, and then he honed himself. He learned the craft, he learned the ropes, he learned the terms until he became not an ordinary doctor, but extraordinary doctor. We have a sales lady. If we have had sales lady in this Zoom room, once upon a time, that sales lady was interviewed and was accepted into the job and was trained to becoming a good sales lady. Even janitors, they're trained to be so. Then why do you think that when we come to this business, we will alienate ourselves and opt not to learn? Do you think we can grow our business without learning the ropes? I bet not. So ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the very basic that we have. Okay, so opportunity product presentation, the backbone of Reway International, the thing that we do day in and day out. As what Team Elite Pegasus Jeddah Lyn Monte said, even if we start doing the OPP from the last page to the first page of that 16-page booklet, we memorize it already. We know it by heart. We know it by heart. For all the leaders that are here, We know OPP by heart, isn't it? And how did we ever qualify to do OPP? When we were presented of the opportunity or of the product, we didn't go up on stage immediately and do our OPP. First, we popped Portier placenta. We felt the effect on us, or we saw it on other people, and then we fell in love with Portier placenta. Second, we love the advocacy of sharing because, you know, like Filipinos, if you can spread some bad news so easily, why do you think we cannot spread some good news? So ladies and gentlemen, we appreciated that advocacy of helping people and giving hope to the hopeless. And that is building in our system. And then we started penetrating the market. How did we start penetrating the market? We start with the people around us, closest to us, our aunts, our uncles, our parents, our close relatives, people who cannot say no to us, our best friends. That's where we started. From that small circle, and then it became bigger and bigger, and then luckily, with the Zoom, with the advent of Zoom, where everybody is becoming Zoom-based, we can now reach other countries in just a snap or in just using our fingertips. Ladies and gentlemen, people who did OPP or opportunity product presentation were not hired by Riway International. I am Team Elite Pegasus Romelyn Latonio, but I never ever once paid someone to do the OPP for me and my team. And that is what, you know, I think that's the strength of the company. That's the strength of every leader that are here tonight. Because we know the product by heart, whether we flip the flip chart from back to front, we know exactly what to say. Ladies and gentlemen, because we are product of the product, that's when we became qualified to do opportunity product presentation. And in that manner of doing the business, of doing the presentations, we learn the ropes and learn especially loving Riway International, like one step at a time, discovering what Riway can do to you, to me, to our team. So we started small yet. Everybody started small here. Nobody here came when they registered, all 100 of them registered all at the same time. Nobody, right? All of us started small. From 1, we became 2. From 2, we became 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Can you imagine how huge the team of the coverage of the team under the umbrella of Team Supreme Pegasus II with one ring today? Because of that single OPP that was presented to Ma'am Teresa, the wife, and was presented to him, and then everything follows. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't hire people, as I was saying. We do it ourselves, and then we teach our teammates to do it themselves as well. So let's move forward. Okay, so this is I saw this on Google, and it says, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 times or 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Ladies and gentlemen, for the people who are here tonight that probably got, you know, like exhausted listening to OPP, hey, I did OPP probably 1,000 times already. And even if I did OPP 1,000 times already, I still feel I am not a master of OPP. I still feel that if I listen to other people, I still get bits and pieces of wisdom and new knowledge. Even if I did OPP so many times already, if I will listen to someone else's testimonial, I still go get it and internalize it and borrow strength from it and share it to other people. So we are not masters of OPP yet. So don't say, I heard OPP 3 times already, so I will no longer listen. I hear OPP 30 times already, so I will no longer listen. Leave it to the new ones. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to grow big in this industry, OPP 10,000 times may never be enough. May never be enough. So then we have a bigger scale of a meeting. This is another step that we all has to go through. New distributors orientation, and we call it NDO. NDO to us leaders, as we are getting one step at a time closer to understanding the business, we do NDO. And NDO is actually our Bible here in Leeway International. NDO is our way of life. NDO becomes our lifestyle. NDO runs through our blood. Ladies and gentlemen, even though we probably memorize NDO, but none probably of us can claim that they have mastered NDO. Is there anyone here who has mastered NDO? Anyone? So ladies and gentlemen, we are all in the process still. Even if I am Team Elite Pegasus, I am still in the process. I am still in the process of appreciating the business that I am in. I am still in the process of understanding the kind of people, the different characteristics and different attitude of the people in my team. I am still in the process of understanding in how I can become better as a leader, as a sister, as a mother, as an individual. Ladies and gentlemen, I am still in that process of being pressed when I am challenged, but still, like the most of us here, whenever we're challenged, we can shine so much brighter. And so we have this NDO is actually our guide to a successful career in Leeway. Why am I saying so? Because it is our Bible. If you know, like the NDO was first delivered by our CEO, Mr. Lim Hong. And up to just before the pandemic, we still have training the trainers, of which he stood on stage for the full day with probably little breaks, but actually when he is on stage, he talks about NDO and he delivers NDO, and then we have a lot of translators because it was delivered in Mandarin. If that person who's CEO of the company still do NDO, how dare me say, I already mastered NDO, I'm not gonna listen anymore. Correct? So this is our shortcut to success. Why shortcut? Because everything has been laid down for you. All you need to do is follow. All you need to do is trust that it is true. All you need to do is duplicate it to the people, cascade it to the people under you. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up with events are not just simply coming up with events. Leeway International putting events together and spending not just simple thousands of pesos or thousands of dollars, but fantastic preparations. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not for nothing. It is not for just showing off that we can gather thousands of people in under one roof. It is not simply because they wanted to see how many distributors can be contained in one area. Ladies and gentlemen, it comes with a purpose. And NDO is our roadmap. NDO is our Bible. NDO is our way of life. That is meetings on bigger scale. Now let's look further. Okay. Let me reduce my screen. Okay, leadership training seminar. Leadership training seminar, that is what actually we are having now, but in a mini scale. So let me see how many participants we have. We have 253 participants in this Zoom tonight, and it is still called mini LTS. So why do you think we're having this mini LTS? Why do you think we have this kind of topics assigned to us? Not because Raymond Thong only wanted to come up with an event. Not because Raymond Thong probably has been pressured, where are your events? I want a calendar of your events. As a leader, it is not just his purpose to gather us all. Every event comes with a purpose. And how do we want the end to be? How do we want to cascade to the entire team? So leadership training seminar is actually knowing ourselves, knowing the company, and knowing your team. Ladies and gentlemen, when I first listened to LTS here in Davao, I was struck. I was in awe looking at the people on stage. But there is one thing sure in my mind, that one day I will be on that three-way stage as well. And indeed it came true. Indeed it came true. So I was sharing this morning, we felt like we are instantly superstar when people go to us and say, other distributors, other teammates, or people from other team will go to us and say, can I take a picture of you? So isn't it amazing? But actually, every meeting that Reway come up with, if you have been noticing, it is just repeating over and over. The title repeats over and over. Like what we have quarterly meetings, we have monthly meetings, we have a lot of meetings in this company. So question, why do I still have to do all this? Isn't it enough that I will master OPP and then just that's it? And I will just go out and sell? Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of this. Reway International is not up to you becoming an expert salesman. Reway International do not make you attend all OPPs and all of this so that you can become a #1 salesman in your organization. No, because it is always the goal of Reway that you will see what is actually we are wearing on our logo, our 6 core values. And that 6 core values is actually creating, molding, honing, like extracting the beauty that is within and making us better person day in and day out. Ladies and gentlemen, our LTS don't just happen because we want to have LTS. Our LTS don't just happen because we want to see whose team is the biggest. Our LTS is actually to know yourself, to know your company, and know your team. And it is actually also our training ground. For the leaders that are here, first you did OPP, right? And then you were invited to do LTS. And that is amazing. That is already a signal that the company is recognizing you as a leader, correct? And it feels good. It feels good when our business development calls us and then ask us if we can do it, if we have, if our schedule fits to the schedule of the meeting. But ladies and gentlemen, Raymond Thong is so right. Since we did Zoom, I don't remember being absent once. That should also be all our attitude when we are serious in doing Reway business. I remember he told me, if you really want to learn the ropes of this industry, be present in all of the meetings. And I don't understand. Why do I have to do it over and over? LTS again, NDO again, OPP again. Why do I have to do it over and over? And then I realized I am not yet equipped. No way that I am a master of those things yet. And probably nothing ever. Because ladies and gentlemen, as we wanted to grow, we should also want to learn. If we wanted to reach our dreams, we should also need to learn. If we wanted to become successful, then learn how to become successful. These people who did LTS these people who did NDO, these people who did OPP are what they are today because they follow their mentor, because they learn the ropes, because they put energy and effort and time to learn. This is our sharpening ground. This is our training ground. So learning the ropes of the industry. There is no ABC that was given to us when we entered Riway, except of course of our blue book that I am not sure if all of us have read our blue books. It says we have a corporate profile, we have our marketing plan there, and we have our offices there. Ladies and gentlemen, take time. Like if you are in my house right now, in my Zoom area, there are a lot of things open in front of me. My notes, my magazines, and the blue book is in front of me. Why? Because whenever Raymond Thong assigns topic to me, I don't want to just say something for the sake of saying something. Ladies and gentlemen, I also study. So whatever I share to you, I share it. I learn it first. You know, so borrowing strength. Why are we borrowing strength when we go to LTS? Not all of us can go up to the Riway stage, right? Not all of us can be given that chance because there are a lot of leaders in the Philippines, fantastic, beautiful, strong leaders. You know, like people with integrity. We have a lot of those in this industry. And if we are being handpicked to be one of the speakers of the LTS, it is very elating already. But if we are not, do not be dismayed. Because ladies and gentlemen, the person standing in front of you on stage is actually someone who has done all these things, and you can borrow strength from that person. You can borrow strength from their story. You can borrow strength on how they build their team. You can borrow strength from where they were when they started Riway and their story and their journey until today that they are becoming big leaders in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, borrowing strength is a common term in Riway International. We borrow strength from Raymond Thong, we borrow strength from Raquel, we borrow strength from Doc Solis, we borrow strength from people whom we have looked up to, people whose stories strike us, people whose journey becomes amazing, and that we draw strength from those stories and we actually borrow strength. And when we borrow strength, it is leveraging. You know what leveraging is? Okay, since I cannot do that, I will just tee up that person, get his story, and then share it to other people. I'm leveraging. Or if I cannot do that, I'll invite people in during the LTS, make them sit down, enjoy the good food and the tea break, and listen to the speakers. And that is borrowing strength. I am leveraging because I am not on stage. So as all of you tonight, probably you have invited someone new. And then you said, let's go listen to this mini LTS. What is that? I also cannot explain, but just sit down there and listen. Did you explain the whole thing to the person? No, right? But you put him in, you put her in, and then he's listening right now, and you are borrowing strength. You are leveraging. I am the one speaking, and there are 268 of you borrowing strength, leveraging from the top. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the kind of meeting that Riway do on a bigger scale. Now let's go to the next one. Top leaders meeting. So what is top leaders meeting? Top leaders meeting, these are actually a gathering of visionaries, people who have expectations, beautiful expectations of the future. Meeting of people whose vision is probably wider and expanded their vision so much so that they have built already their integrity and their team in the industry. These are the kind of people, you know, like if you have been noticing in some of the announcements, there are top leaders meeting with some certain qualifications. Ladies and gentlemen, I think if it is a corporate term, then it would be a closed door meeting of the CEOs, right? Of the big guys of the company. closed door meeting. Nobody can just barge in because he wanted to barge in. No Team Supreme Pegasus 9 with 4 rings or whatever say, I have a new guy. I want this person to attend the top leaders meeting because I am hoping one day this person can become a top leader too. No matter how, no matter what the rank of that person in Riway International, that person cannot bring in someone new, or that person cannot bring in someone who's not qualified at the top leaders meeting. Coming back to the star meeting this morning, the qualification is 1 star and above. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Team Elite Pegasus, but I cannot say to Team Supreme Pegasus Raymond Thong, hey Raymond, can we bring this new downline of mine? I just encoded her now and I see so much potential. Ladies and gentlemen, even that I cannot do because it comes with qualification. So if you were at the star meeting this morning, feel elated. Feel elated that you are invited. Feel the power of being there. Can imagine, imagine the next leaders meeting, you are not just 1 star. You are becoming 2 star, 3 star, or becoming elite, or one day become Pegasus. Then you will understand the essence of why Riway International makes such meeting with special qualification, so we will have the pride and prestige of being there. You feel the pride of being there. So leaders, this top leaders meeting is the gathering of champions. The qualification is just so high. And when we are, and these leaders are learning from the best, it is a room full of champions, room full of best of the best in Riway International. So can you imagine if one day you will be there? Can you imagine the feeling if one day you will be there or part of that top leaders meeting? We have other meetings yet, and we have the star meeting that we just did, and we also set some qualifications for that. My ladies and gentlemen, other than the meetings itself, I want you also to understand the importance of pre-meeting, during meeting, and post-meeting. So what is pre-meeting? That is when we gather our team, we tee up the event, we talk to our smaller scale team, and then we tee up the event, invite them to be on the meeting, give the importance of that meeting, make them see the perspective that you saw, make them see how important the meeting is. And that is the meet of pre-meeting. So what is during meeting? During meeting is what we are doing now. The pre-meeting, let me go back a little bit, like pre-meeting also includes our posting of our banners, tee up of the event. We do write-ups that you can leverage on and send to your team. That's the pre-meeting. Then during meeting, this is what we are doing now. During meeting, we are gathered under one roof, or we are gathered under this one Zoom. So there are 268 of us during this meeting. And what is post-meeting? Post-meeting, we call it debrief, just like what happened at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We have a debrief of the star meeting. So when people cannot attend a certain, cannot reach certain qualification to be in the meeting, we have post-meeting or our debrief that we can cascade to our team. So that is how important it is. We are hearing it. We are the people who has attended, the leaders who has attended the during meeting will cascade to the rest of the team on post-meeting. So do not also neglect, do not belittle our pre-meeting and our post-meeting. They hold very significant part still of our growth. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to understand this. Like we have been talking about meetings and we have been talking about inviting people in. We have been talking about OPP, NDO, LRN, star meeting, top leaders meeting. But let me go back bring you back to the basic that we have probably neglected. The power of ABC rule. The power of ABC rule. So why is it important in all of our meetings? Why is it important even in our OPPs or in our meeting with our clients? So what is ABC rule? So let me go back. Definition of ABC. A is for advisor. All your uplines. In my case, I have Kensha Angkang Kagape as my advisor. And if Kensha is not available, I have Raymond Thong. I have a very powerful advisor. All of my uplines, my cross lines in case it is a huge meeting like NDO or LTS and none of my uplines are on stage, I have my cross lines. They are the advisor. The management, because some of the meetings, some of the LTS and other meetings are also, the management will also take part. They can become the speaker or can become the conductor. So we tee up, we magnify, we edify people that are part of the meeting. And then we have our office. In our case, we have here in Davao City and the manuals and brochures that we have. Then what is your role? Your role is the bridge. You are now the bridge that will mend the gap between, that will connect that gap between the advisor, the A and the C. Okay, the bridge, I am the bridge. In this case, when I tee up the event, I was the bridge and I invited someone in, that is the customer. So letter C, your client or your prospect. If you have been bringing prospect in all of our meetings, that person becomes C. So let me move forward. How do we use the ABC rule that it will benefit you and me? So remember that you or me is the advisor. In this case, I am the advisor. In this case, I am the bridge. So before you bring your C, you bring your customer to meet your advisor, your upline, you must first give your A or your advisor the background of that person you're bringing in. You know, Raymond Thong, I met this person, he is a businessman, and I want him to try to take Partier Placenta first, and then if we can expand more to making business with him, then maybe he is potential because he is a businessman. So then he goes to the golf course every weekend, and then he is very rich. He live in an exclusive subdivision. So I am at least giving Raymond Thong an idea of who the client we're going to meet. But sometimes we fall short in this aspect, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you how we fall short in this aspect, how we can become wrong in this aspect. So, okay, so letter B, make sure to discuss with A, with the advisor, what may be the needs of C. So I said, he has cancer or he is diabetic and he is this, okay? He has gallstone and all that. So, and then reconfirm my appointment. It is my task now as a bridge to call C to confirm the appointment. Ladies and gentlemen, please bear in mind, your upline is not an ordinary person that you will make him wait forever for your client to come. Okay? And then you just, okay, few minutes more, let's just wait. And then you failed actually to confirm the appointment. So do not make your upline waste his time. He has a lot of things to do. Do not, even yourself, do not make the other person or your C waste the A and B's time. Is that clear? Okay, now, when A and C meet, when the advisor and the client meet, honestly, we fall short in this aspect. I want to magnify this, where we are wrong and where we can be right. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we're bloating, we're magnanimously bloating or edifying our customers to make our advisor feel so little already. or you become little already? Because your A is moneyed, your A is powerful, your A is a well-known businessman, your A is this and that and this and that. And then you forgot that you should be, no, I'm sorry, your C is this, your C is so huge. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget that in our scenario, we should tee up our upline, we should tee up our advisor more than we tee up our clients. It is a no. Oh, Raymond, we have to, you have to make time for this person because you know he is very busy. Hey, my upline is also busy. Remember that? Raymond, he is a CEO of his company and that he's taking care of his company. So we must be there on time. Hey, my upline is also taking care of the whole umbrella under his team. Can you see the difference? When we magnify so much our customers and then we make our advisor feel so little. Honestly, I think that's always the case here in the Philippines. Correct, Raymond? You have experienced that a lot of times. Yeah, okay. So what is correct? Our A should be greater than you as a B or your C. Why? Hey, sir, I want to introduce to you my upline. You know, he started the business here in the Philippines. And today, I can truly say that 85% of the whole umbrella of the Philippines is under his team. So, sir, he's the right person to talk to you about the business. So isn't it amazing? Like this person now would give respect and give time to Raymond Thong or to whoever your upline is, because you have edified your upline that he can become, that he is a person of integrity and a person that know the business even more. So we have to listen. So making your A very small and you very small and your customer so big is actually very wrong. Or to make you A, B, C all together in one straight level is actually wrong also. So we learn to edify. And in this case, we have edified the mini LTS so much so that we are already 268 in the Zoom room tonight. Correct? So during our presentation, B should keep quiet and take notes. Raymond Thong, you know, if you have noticed, he made mention of names, was jotting notes diligently, because ladies and gentlemen, that is our show of respect to the one talking. That is our show of respect to the person that we look up to. And that is our show that we wanted to learn this industry. We jot down notes. When our A is talking, we jot the notes. So, and then we fall short also in this one scenario. I'll show you a scenario. Okay. Let me go. Okay, let me go back a little bit. So during the presentation, you know what happened? There is one instance that Raymond kept, you know, telling story about, that in Green Banana, which was our Riway hub before the office in Davao was launched. Then we have Green Banana, where we do OPPs and gather and meet with our leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, when you bring a person to Raymond Thong, or you bring a person to Rex Bugcalao, or you bring a person to Team Elite Phoenix, Raquel Horolan, please be the first person to listen. Please, when your A is talking, be the first person who is attentive. Because you cannot expect your guest to respect the person talking if you yourself do not pay attention, correct? You cannot expect your customer to look highly of your upline or your A when you yourself is busy tinkering your cell phone. When you yourself is busy posting on Facebook. When you yourself is busy and you know, like you're tinkering your phone is so distractive, and then stand up and go around, call people and all that, make unnecessary movement and make unnecessary noise. I think it will all boil down to respect. If your C won't listen, show your C how interesting the topic is. Show your C how interesting your upline is. Show your C how much respect you should give your upline by listening intently. Then probably your C will feel ashamed of himself or herself. Then she or he will start listening as well. We have experienced that in many occasions, in many events here in Riway International. Then let me move forward. So after A is finished, B has to take charge or take over. The job of your A is done. Now it is your job. And after C has left, both A and B should discuss how to follow through, how to follow up. Because the reason why we cannot close sale, because it is very crucial that we do our follow-up in the next 48 hours, meaning 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, where everything else is fresh in the minds of our client, when the information is still fresh, follow through, make a follow-up. And that is actually very crucial. So talk to your upline how best you can do the follow-up. Your upline will always show you how or teach you how. Because in this industry, your upline and you are actually friends. You're allies. You are together in this journey. So that person, your upline, will be very willing to teach you. Okay, and then we have how do we become an effective A? Meaning, to sum up with all of these things, first we internalize the company. That's why we attend NDO, we read our magazines. Your magazines, you know how much the company spends for each and every edition of our magazine? And how beautifully the pages were made, like from cover to cover, colored and beautiful, like a good quality, expensive paper, expensive printing. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much to learn from our magazines. So much to learn. And our blue book was not put inside each and every diamond package for no purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, they're meant that you will read, study the core management team, study the company, how it started from its humble beginning, learn how the company has thrive over the years. Now we are 14 years in the industry, and learn the people behind Riway International. And then you see your marketing plan. You don't have to rely to your upline. How many diamond 2-star will I have to hit Team Elite Pavo? Study, it's all there. It's all there actually. And then on the third booklet, it's a mini booklet, we have offices there. And then if your guest will ask, do you have office in Korea? And then you will go call your upline. Upline, do we have office in Korea? No, we don't have office in Korea, but we already have distributors in Korea. And then do you have office in Vietnam? And then because you're not reading your blue book, or you're not listening to presentations and LTS and all that, then you would not know that we have actually offices in Vietnam, in Myanmar, in Japan, of course, in the Philippines, we have 4. And then we have a lot in Malaysia. We have in Singapore, which is our headquarters. Internalize the company. And of course, the product. As Raymond Thong said earlier, we are no longer in that season where we convince people to come into the business because we have an excellent, a unique product. Ladies and gentlemen, it is already a fact. And given that fact that we have this kind of unique masterpiece of a product that actually it is just a matter of time that can become world #1, then we are certain that we are holding into our hands, a primera clase, we call it in the Philippines, a premium product. The marketing plan, we should learn. You know, honestly, when I started Riway, I don't even bother ask for marketing plan. I was just told, when you do your mission, commission will follow. And it has been like that for over a year, until one day I met one businessman and he told me, hey, Romelyn, that's baloney. Why don't you study marketing plan, go back to me and tell me how I can earn in this company? And then I got stuck. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we should learn. Finally, I will approve we should learn, because gone were the days that we are just becoming product oriented. We are already 14 years in the industry. The product is there. It's one of a kind. It's unique. It's a masterpiece that keeps evolving and evolving to give the market the best. It is one product that we can be so proud of. Now, how can we magnify Riway as a business? And the management, who are the people behind the company? Who are the people that are supporting us in Davao City? We have a business development. We have kind and accommodating staff in our office. Then know how to teach and use the ABC rule also to our downline. Because remember, you, if as a downline today, can one day become an upline also. The minute you bring a person in this company, then you are an upline. Okay? The minute somebody signs up under you, you immediately become the upline of that person. And as the upline of that person, it is now your responsibility to nurture. It is now your responsibility to train. It is now your responsibility to teach the new person. And so you can duplicate from that person. And that someday, as your team becomes bigger, you are just cascading down to the next teammates, how the company, what the company is, what the product is, and our marketing plan is. So all of us here, maybe A's already. If you have been considering yourself a B today, remember one day you can become A also. So we have to do this. We have to practice to become an effective A. Okay, so regularly we attend trainings and develop our own style. Ladies and gentlemen, do not neglect meetings. Do not neglect trainings. Do not neglect even the direct mentoring of your upline, because it is our avenue to learn. It is our only avenue to learn. None of us here, or Riway did not open a tangible, a concrete university that all of us go there day in and day out. But we have meetings, powerful trainings to draw strength from, to learn from, and to leverage from. And then always be excited. Always give B encouragement and must show up even if C cancels the meeting. So this is very crucial, ladies and gentlemen. As I have been saying, do not waste your upline's time. Do not waste your time as well. Time is precious. Time is gold, or no longer gold. Probably these days, time is already diamond. So, but there are instances that your C cancels at the last minute. So even the person cancels at the last minute, be there as a B. Be there because your upline has been waiting. Okay? And be there on time. Be there. Let me redo it. Like, be there before time. Okay? So be well informed, knowledgeable about network marketing. So when we go out in the market, we don't go out unarmed. We don't go out and become speechless because we have nothing to say. We have nothing to like tell people about our industry. Be knowledgeable. Be knowledgeable. Do not neglect training. Be in every event that Riway International put together for you and me, because Riway has spent lots of money to come up with that event. It is not easy. And be there when your BDs call you and invite you for meetings, because it comes whenever they call, it must be very important. Be there when your upline calls for a meeting, because your upline doesn't just throw away time for nothing. Your upline think that it is necessary to come up with a meeting. That's why he is coming up with a meeting. So be there, be well informed, knowledgeable in your industry. Okay, so points to note. This is probably, I'm down to my last 2 slides, I think. So points to note. When B is new, A should not let B do the business on his or her own. If you're an upline, don't say to your downline, oh, you're bright, you're smart already, you can do it on yourself. So what do? The training is, you do it first, downline listens, and probably if you are generous enough, make 5 presentations, make your downline listen, be listen. But if you wanted to expedite the growth of your downline, maybe you can only do 2 or 3 OPPs and then make them do the next. And then you listen, you observe, and then talk among each other how well you can improve your presentation. And even me, I am already Team Elite Pegasus. But if I am assigned to a certain meeting, I will always go back to Tongkokyo Raymond, our Team Supreme Pegasus II, and ask, am I making sense? Did I make sense? Like, because all of us should aim to improve. All of us should aim to become better versions of ourselves. So as in our delivery, all of us should aim to become better speaker, better person, better sharer, better, like we need to study and learn the ropes. So select the proper meeting place. It is not just anywhere. As much as possible, don't use a venue of C unless it is in their home. So say, let's go to the office of my client. It is he cannot leave his post, so we have to go there. You bring A to the confined space of your client. So that is not a common ground. So bring your client and your A on a common ground. So, but because when you bring your A to the place of your C, and probably with all highfalutin whatever there is in the office, then you get distracted. Also, there are other people in that office, so you can become distracted in your presentation. So don't do that. Choose a proper place. So during presentations, let C sit facing the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one style. If you want your C to listen, make him face the wall. Make him not move anywhere else. Like if you make him face the audience, the grand entrance of the hotel, every time that door opens, he will look. Every time somebody else's phone rings, he will look at his phone. Let your C have the slightest distraction during your presentation. Cell phone should be turned off. If I am the B, I will just say during before the beginning of the presentation, excuse me, let me put my phone on silent mode. That is always my go signal that C should always do the same. Okay, so we are not distracted. So some leader brings signal jammer, and then don't bring extra people that are not necessary in your presentation, that are not necessary in your meeting. Okay, so am I clear so far? Are you getting something? Can I please get a heart? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So I hope I am able to deliver the task assigned to me. Actually, this might to some are very basic, but we probably have forgotten the basics already. So it is just bringing you and me to the basic. And then so we have discussed it, even pre-meeting, during meeting, and post-meeting. I think that's the last slide already. I cannot see it from a screen. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's my last slide, and I hope I was able to deliver my assignment. Thank you all so much for listening to the 265 people who stayed this late evening. I know we had a lot of meetings earlier on, but thank you for staying on, and thank you for joining me to bring all of us back to the basics. It is sometimes we call it common sense, but still we need to browse through and learn and relearn. The beauty of this industry is that actually nobody is so genius that we can say we will no longer listen. The beauty of this industry actually comes when we empty our cup, so we have something to fill in. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what status you have in life today, when you want to learn the ropes of marketing, of network marketing, leave some of your geniuses behind, empty your cup, and learn, because there is so much wisdom in this industry. There's so much beautiful things that can happen to you if you will empty your cup and learn. Because when we empty our cup, then only we can absorb some knowledge, new understanding, better appreciation of what we have. So with that being said, I would say thank you all so much for listening, and to God be the glory. Let me bring you back let me pass the microphone back to Team Supreme Pegasus I with Wendy.
Wow. Once again, please put your hands together and please thank Team Elite Pegasus Romelyn for a wonderful sharing tonight. All right. She was texting me this morning that she didn't sleep until about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, mainly because she was actually trying to finalize all the slides and all that. And at the same time, she was actually preparing her speech because she was one of the speakers for STAR meeting this morning. But I really salute her for her work rate, because we only met about this topic only once. I scribbled some information, some key points. I sent it to her. She did all the rest. Wonderful, isn't it? When you have this kind of downline. All right. I think apart from what Romelyn has shared, which is already very, very detailed, time and again, we leaders try to fight for a reason to allow a prospect or allow a downline to be brought into a meeting. Now, there are certain meetings that we cannot compromise the standard. Why? Mainly because, like what Romelyn said just now is very true. Every single meeting has a meaning, has a purpose. There is a certain result to be achieved in every single meeting. Okay, let's take for example, we would be conducting a STAR meeting, and only qualified Diamond 2 stars would be eligible to join. All right, so the people fought for 2 to 3 months to qualify as a Diamond 2 star, and eventually they achieve it. They were allowed to go into the STAR meeting. Then one leader came along to talk to me. Sir Raymond, do you know I have this businessman? He was very, very strong when he was in another networking company. If you allow him to join this meeting, I'm pretty sure he will not only be a Diamond 2 star in 3 months, he will become a Team Elite Power. Sometimes as leaders, when we hear these kind of things, our hearts start to sway. Wow, I might have a new diamond, a Team Elite Power very soon. And because we allow them to come in. So during the meeting, there were maybe 30 of them who fought and qualified. And we allow this one person to come in. Do you know what is the result? These 30 people who fought eventually will tell themselves, there's no need for us to fight. All you need to do is sweet talk the leader. They will allow the people to come in. So if we don't fight, we will still be invited anyway. All right. Now let me share with you an actual situation in Riway, in Sanya back in 2018. All right. During that time, minimum requirement was Diamond 3-star. And some of the leaders brought Diamond 2-star and Diamond 1-star there, thinking that since they already bought the air ticket, they already bring the person so far away, spend so much money, that Riway will allow them to come in. And you know what happened? They will not allow. No matter how they quarrel, how they fight, how they beg, Riway will not allow. Because that would, what would happen to all the Diamond 3-stars who fought to become a Diamond 3-star to attend in Sanya? All right. So they were not allowed, they were not happy, but Riway could not afford to compromise the standard. All right. Similarly, it's the same. Sometimes we leaders run a promo. We run a promo. Let's say we run a promo of 7+2. But continually, downlines will come and tell, hey, Sir Raymond, can you please give 7+3? If not, they won't buy. So in your mind, maybe you're thinking, it might be a sale. All right, I should maybe compromise. No, you cannot. Because you're not here to sell a product. You're here, if you allow it, this thing will never end. You give 7+3, they will ask 7+4. You give 7+4, they ask 7+5. So it will never end. That's number one. Number two, if you think clearly, are you helping that downline to build a team? You will not, isn't it? So if you know that you cannot help the downline build a team, why you compromise? Why do you need to compromise? All right. So equally the same, we cannot bend the rule just because somebody shows potential. And for that reason, no matter how good a person is in another company, when they come into Riway, they start from zero. Riway will not care how well you're doing in another company. They will not allow anyone. Do you know that all the general managers of Riway International were once upon a time business development executives? They were not hired to become GM just because they were doing well in another company. Riway will never allow that to happen. Riway's promotion is only within. It's not external. All right. In fact, Riway is so strict. Riway is so strict. All right. That if a staff has any money entanglement or relationship entanglement, no matter how much you have contributed to Riway, you would be terminated 24 hours without question. All right. Because why? There is a standard to keep up. So, ladies and gentlemen, who keeps up this standard? Who? It has to be you, isn't it? Because how you want your team to be depends on how you lead the team. Right? If you continually compromise, you will also compromise your ranking. No need to fight. Never mind. It's okay. It's not okay. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders, it is your future. Are you telling me it's okay if your future is not bright? No, isn't it? All right. You are the architect of your future. How your journey is going to be is how you want to rewrite the story of your life. All right. And for that reason, that is why sometimes they call me dictator. Why? Because if it's wrong, it's wrong. How can I say, oh, you're right when it's wrong? When it cannot be done, means it cannot be done. I do not like to beat around the bush. Generally, will know me very well. Rome will know me very well. Even Kensha, even Virgie, even Jeddah, or even Rex. I do not compromise on certain issues because it is just not right. Okay, so that is why when during the February LTS, I was given the topic building a perfect team. All right, we will show that it should be that way. You know, like for example, some leaders will come to me, sir, you know, this guy, he got a problem with he doesn't like the sponsor and the upline. Can I sponsor the wife? Nobody will know. Can you do that? Hey, you know, in Chinese we say, you cannot wrap fire with paper. Are you able to wrap fire with paper? The paper will burn, isn't it? The paper will burn. And the important thing is, what am I duplicating? What standard am I showing? Right? Then I always tell them, why do you need to sign up the wife when the wife and the husband is only 2% out of the 100 million Filipinos? Are you telling me there's no more people in the Philippines? Because if that person has a problem with the upline, that person will have a problem with you. Correct? So in the meeting, there must be a purpose why you set a meeting. Because your people come and put down all their responsibilities, all their appointments, just to join the meeting. Because you are the upline, you set the appointment. But after when they put everything down and then they come to you, then you say, the meeting is cancelled. You cannot do that. Even if there's one person who attend, you have to conduct the meeting because that is the standard. All right. In Riway, we do not care about the people who don't come. We only care about the people here, like the 247 people who come in here. Similarly, tonight, there would be 247 or 250 of you listening to Romelyn, listening to me. Does that mean that 250 of you would become Pegasus? No, isn't it? Because some of you come in with a purpose. Some of you come in because there is a Zoom. There's no purpose. There's no objective. So like say, out of this 250, is it fair for me to say continually, if these 250 would have come in, maybe 5 will become Pegasus, 20 will become Team Elite, 50 will become Diamond 3-star. Why? Because people may listen to the same thing, but the digestion and the purpose of joining the meeting, all right, is different. So that is why we need to know how we can convince a person. Why Romelyn spends so much time talking about the law of ABC, the T-up. You know, nowadays, because of the pandemic, a lot of times we send the Zoom meeting to the leader. You know what the leader will do? Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. So there was no pre-meeting, and they take for granted that the people will come in. So they got no objective, they got no purpose. So the downline, monkey see, monkey do. That is why the team will not grow. The team will not grow. Why is Rex and I becoming a zombie? Because when we want to, when we have the people to come and join the meeting, we have to do pre-meeting. We have to meet the people, talk to people, explain to people why they need to come in. Ladies and gentlemen, success is never easy. Success is difficult, but it does not mean it cannot be done. How far you want to stretch yourself is ikau bahala. It's up to you. How far you want to go in Riway is ikau bahala. It's up to you. Rex and I, together with Lindy, Rome, Jeddah, and many other Pegasus, intend to go all the way. But we do not want you all to be left behind. So we constantly remind you. Sometimes we have to be straightforward so that it will hit you, so that you will wake up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a team business. This is also a business of gratitude. Rex and I will not lift our hands. We are there already. No need to do. You people do not. You do. Whether you succeed, no succeed. Honestly, Rex and I will not die of starvation. You lock Rex and I in the room for 1 month, we will still make money. But what did we do? What is the process we went through? How difficult it was. We bite our teeth and we went through it. All right. So that is why we are able to share with you all. Ladies and gentlemen, Riway is an amazing, down-to-earth company, a company that people will fall in love with. Come and know more about Riway. Why are we talking in this way? For some of you, have you ever heard of we talking about money? We don't talk about money. All right. But what Romelyn says is very true. When you do your mission, commission will follow. Meaning to say, when you improve yourself, money will chase after you. Don't chase after money. Ask yourself, you chase so many years, how much did you chase? If it's so difficult to chase money, why don't you make money chase after you? Which one you like? You would like money to chase you, or you chase after money? You like money to chase you, isn't it? If you want money to chase you, very simple. Every day, improve yourself. Every day, improve yourself. And I assure you, money will come after you. You know, I was chatting Rex this morning. Pare, it's so difficult to be poor for you. You understand the word? It's so difficult for you to be poor. Because you don't work, the money still keep coming in. Why? Because he did something correct 5 years ago, and that is to build a network. He knew that things cannot be compromised. He followed the rule. All right, like we always say, all you need to do is follow Riway. Whatever answers you need, Riway has. Whatever motivation you need, Riway has. Whatever risk you need to take, Riway will say, no need to take, I take. Riway will say. All right, so simple as that. So tonight's meeting is very important. Learn the ropes of how to conduct effective meetings. Like for example, if your client has not even heard about the product, and then you bring the customer to an LTS, it would defeat the purpose. Because if a person has not accepted the product, go to LTS, and coincidentally, the speaker is Karen Bello, our Team Elite Power, and the topic is how to close a sale. My goodness, the customer listen, wow, you people use all kind of style to get the people to buy from me. I don't think I want to join this company. Correct? Isn't that correct? So you must know what kind of meetings you need to bring to people. That's number one. Number two, what Romelyn says is very true, because I always see people, the leaders bring prospect to OPP. All right, then let the prospect sit alone there. All right, go at the back. They will open their handphone and play Dota. You know what's Dota? You know Dota, right? game. All right. And then throughout the meeting, you never sit next to him to show the importance of attending the meeting. Next time, if the person join you, monkey see, monkey do. Right? So what Rex say is very true. You know, I like what he posted recently in Facebook, and this is what he said. People are your assets. All right. You want to do business with money, you sell a product. You want to do a business that can create passive income from you, you need to invest on people, not on products. For that reason, people are assets. Build your asset, and that is to build your team. And you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, we are about to end our meeting tonight. All right. I'm not that cruel. I won't take 8 hours. It only took me 1 hour, 40 minutes. All right. So I'm pretty nice, as you know. You know, sometimes you ask Romelyn, you know that sometimes I'm pretty cheeky as well and playful at times. All right. Let's take a look at some of the announcements. All right. All right. Announcement and discussion. What do we expect this coming week? As usual. All right, without fail, every Wednesday night, 8 p.m., we would have Diamond Galaxy Relay, Diamond Galaxy Platform Leader Sharing. This is another kind of meeting and event that you need to tee up the event. Why? Because the leaders will be sharing their journey in Relay. All right, it is about storytelling. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to do well in Relay, learn to become a good storyteller. You will definitely succeed in Relay. All right. And these amazing stories will have an impact on the people that you want to bring. So these are the meetings that you can even bring new people. New people you should bring to OPP, testimony, product testimony event, and leader sharing event. All right. So this Wednesday, we will be having this. Now, very, very interesting would be a powerful leader from a very small city called Digos. All right. And she would be the one handling Zoom OPP on Thursday. All right. We have Maria Vanessa Te, which is a Diamond 3-star, together with Ma Josephine Andres. I also noticed that Ma Josephine Andres attends most of the meetings. Amazing lady as well, because she wants to succeed in Relay. And of course, we have Kaiser, Chris Darrow doing the product. All right. All of you are welcome. Not only you come in alone, bring your prospect. Let these people who went through the process share with you. Share with you about the product, the testimonies. All right. And of course, the next up and coming mini LTS would be next Monday, September 13. I tell you, it would be a loss to you if you don't come in next Monday, because the idol of Relay Philippines would be the speaker. You know what is idol? Lodi. They call it Lodi. All right. So our Team Supreme Pegasus one ring would be delivering a very, very important topic. That is engine of the enterprise. So if your engine is faulty, your enterprise also faulty lah. If your engine is running like a turbo powered Ferrari, then it will be running, your enterprise will be running at a turbo powered, right? So he will be sharing that next Monday. It would be a very, very important topic. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we are about to end our sharing here. Remember, you must give yourself a reason to at least become a Diamond 2-star. Why? 14 bottles free of charge. There's no need for you to look at the internet 7+7 anymore. All right. Why? Because the bottles are all free. And do you know that Rex Bugcalao has never sold a bottle, can become a Team Supreme Pegasus one ring? All right. And actually the product is free. Why do you need to pay? Honestly, the product is free. You ask Romelyn, you ask Raquel, you ask so many leaders in this Zoom, the product is free. So don't be misled in buying or selling a product. Build a team, build a group of people, dedicated people that you can work together with to create a beautiful future ahead of you. All right. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for coming in tonight. I will see you on Wednesday. Good night.